So I think you all heard the news. So I heard that Dricus du Plessis is hurt for a period of time. So I know a guy that never say no to any fights. Dana, Hunter, you know who to call. I'm waiting. I know a guy that can go there and save this event. You know what I mean? So I think I deserve this opportunity. I'm more than ready for that. I have a huge respect for Hamza. We're training already together and all that. But I know his system. I know everything that he does. I know every step that he won next, you know. And I know how to deny these steps, and I know how to win Hamza. So I'm ready for this fight. UFC can call me already. Send them the message to Hunter, to Dana, that I'm ready to this. If no one wants this fight, I'm the guy that they should call. Let's see what they have for me, and I hope it is for the interim belt. I think it'd be a 5-round strategic fight. Yeah, I think the first 2 rounds is the critical point, you know, that I need to be aware of everything, need to deny these steps in the right way. I cannot make a mistake in these first 2 rounds. After 1.5 rounds, 2 rounds, I think the fight's getting better and better for me. If you see his fight against Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns, he was tired, but he was moving. He was trying to do shit. He was trying to win. You know, like, it's different when a guy is getting tired and he's kind of starting to giving up on the fight. This is low level, guys. So I don't think Hamza is in this level. I think he's a high level guy. Even if he gets tired, and he will, I think he's gonna continue to think that he can beat me, that he will win the fight. So that's the difference between high level fights and low level fights, you know what I mean? So the guy, even if he's tired or not, he's still wanting to win. He's still believing that he can win. So you need to adapt for that. You need to have a good strategy and everything. I think I had.
Topuria is doing all the right stuff by aligning himself to be next. And if he wants to stay busy, he is a prize fighter. We don't get weekly or bi-weekly deposits into the account. You got to go out there and you got to do the fight. If he is looking for something big that people want to see, he has found that in Paddy Pimblett. That really would make things a lot bigger. I just believe if the UFC was going to match up champion versus champion, they would have made that match when it was champion versus champion. Once to wait till one of them is no longer a champion and then reemerge with the same idea, that would be a little bit weird.
Credit to Dan Hardy, who brought me on as a monthly guest. The Tuesday after pay-per-views to just talk follow. I had no broadcasting gigs. I had no jobs. I had no podcasts. I had nothing. Just Dan enjoyed having conversations with me and gave me an opportunity. And then he left SiriusXM and they offered me the job because I was already familiar and, you know, I apparently was doing an okay job at my monthly spot that I had. And that it kind of just took off and snowballed from there. The UFC seen some of the little bit of side stuff I was doing and gave me a one-shot opportunity. No training, no build up, no audition, no nothing. Just a dry run on live TV. And then Michael Bisping saved my ass in that gig. He gave me a crash course in desk work and broadcasting. It was when we were at Fox. And he really made me feel comfortable and helped me out a lot on that first show and covered me. He carried me in a lot of situations. He really saved me. And that kind of led into, you know, and then that's the beginning, and now we are where we are now. But that's how it happened. I had no intention of, you know, I liked Dan Hardy a lot, and I was a big fan of him and his fighting career. And so when he asked me to come on and chit chat, I did just because it was Dan Hardy and he asked. I didn't really know what was going to come of it. Dan Hardy wanted to talk, so I was gonna.
That's like, I'm not trying to stir anything. How are you in Bisping? You guys good?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah.
Everyone, when you started your own podcast and stopped doing his, everyone's like, oh my God, what was the fallout? You guys hate each other now. I'm like, I don't really think I know Bisping well enough to know, like, Bisping's a good guy. Like I always said, Bisping's a good dude.
Well, like I told everybody, if Bisping hated me, you guys would know it. When's he ever minced words? Like it's just there's things that happened that neither one of us has talked about in the background that have nothing to do with conflict or anything like that. Bisping and I are good.
And the reality, this is not a knock on Bisping. This is just a reality. Like you want your own thing eventually, right? Like that's kind of like the point of doing this. Like you want your own thing. Like you don't want to be the other guy. You want to be your guy. And that's not a knock on him. That's like you want your own thing.
Yeah, and that was the plan in conversations that Bisping and I had from the very beginning. There was no shock that I was going to start my own show. You know, that wasn't a surprise to anyone behind this.
Well, I heard it's like Islam saying that he's not fighting, right?
Islam doesn't want to fight him because if he wins him, people are going to say, okay, you again beat the 145 fighters and he's not number one contender. If Islam beats me, and then I think he's done with this division. He beat everybody. Just he gotta beat me, and then people can say that.
So what? They're gonna sign that fight? Is it coming?
If he doesn't move, yeah.
I'm ready. If you want me to fight Hamzat, I'm ready. If you want me to fight Robert, when we come in this level of the sport and in this position of top 5, top